I am so happy that you are here. And this is also part of a collaboration I'm doing with Velvet Cat. I'm doing the what's gonna happen, like whatever your life is gonna be in the next 5 years. And she's doing how. So it's just gonna be exciting. You get to see basically, like a lot of different things, I guess. So check out her video and say hi for me. And if you're here from her video, thank you so much for coming here. So I'm kind of filming in a live format, so you're just gonna see me go through this whole thing. We're gonna be doing a lot of shuffling, and I'm just gonna be pulling the cards on camera. So that's what we're doing. Thank you so much for being here. I feel honored that I get to read your cards. All right, so we do have 3 piles. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. And these are the little clocks that kind of go with pile 1. This is the clock that goes with pile 2, and this is the pile that goes with pile 3. Okay, so let's go ahead, take a deep breath in, close our eyes, clear our mind, and now as we exhale and open our eyes, I want you to see which pile draws you to it. Use the clocks, use the different tarot decks. All right, let's go for group 1. Okay, so I'm gonna move these guys a little bit to the side. So this is gonna be a little bit different because it's a 5 year. So I want to see different aspects of your 5 years. We're gonna get right into this. I'm actually gonna leave this right here. So I do want to see the overall energy where you'll be at in the next 5 years. So we're using the Manga. This is the Manga, is it that? Or is it actually, this is the Manga, Mystical Manga Tarot. So let's go ahead and see what the overall energy for the collective of group 1 is going to be 5 years from now. Okay, you're going to be making a choice. So the 2 of, we're going to have the 2 of 1. So that's your overall energy here. And so you're going to be doing some sort of a choice. I feel like you're going to be choosing something that you haven't chosen before. This though, I feel like almost like you're taking on the world. So this is an interesting aspect here of what you're going to be doing. So kind of very, very, very kind of exciting. It's not a major arcana, so I feel like you're going to be doing things. You're going to be moving along all in your own, and by that I mean, so minor arcana is that you're taking the action. Major arcanas are sort of things that are a little bit more outside of your realm of control, so you have a lot of control. So I do like that a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a pile for career, pile or career / studies, love. I'm gonna do overall life, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it, but how we do it. So what is the overall career for the collective of group 1? What is the overall career from 5 years from now? Okay, 7 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Cups here. Okay. Oh, but this one wants to come out. I was just gonna pull 1 card for each, but you know what? I think this is interesting. I do like it. Now I want to see what is the, I'm just going to get them all out. What is the overall energy for the collective of group 1 5 years from now in terms of love? Yeah, the Empress. Oh, beautiful energy. What is the overall? Okay. 3 of Swords. Okay, we have, so we're gonna, that one seems to be slippery, so I like that one. So this one, I feel like just based on how slippery it was, I feel like that is an energy of that's something you have to go through here. Let's see what overall energy for the love for 5 years from now. Okay, and we have the 6 of Wands. Okay, yeah, okay, that seems like, oh, and then under the deck is the 4 of Wands energy. So for some of you, there may be an actual marriage, some sort of celebration. Okay, let's look at these 2 aspects. I wanted to almost feel like spirituality here, but I feel like Let me add another card for this one. The overall energy, just overall life energy for the collective of group 1 and for the next 5 years. Let me set this here. Okay. Okay. So I'm glad I decided this. I like that because I wanted to, like, it just was confusing for me. Otherwise, okay. We'll put the little clock here. We have this and we also have this. All right. All right. So this is the overall energy. This is career slash, like education, schooling. This is love. Okay. So we have plenty of things to look at. Let's look at the overall energy. So yes, you are making a choice. I do want to show you something though. And I do like that you actually did finally get a major arcana here. So I do want you to see something. You go from the 2 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. So I feel like you're going through a cycle. So either you're in the 5 years, you're going to be finishing it up, which I feel like that's the energy. And I'm feeling like this is like you're starting to begin your magician energy coming through. So that's your energy of manifestation. You're going to start to be, I'm almost feeling like you getting more into your power. So now let's go. So yes, like we said, you're making a choice. I feel like you're going to go on a different route. You're going to make, I almost feel like a little bit of a shift. It's not something that is going to be easy because it is the 10 of Wands. It's not going to be an easy shift, but I feel like it's a worthwhile shift for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like that's what I'm feeling. It's like, I don't know if it's going to be, I really do feel like it's this next 5 years possibly that are going to be a bit hard, or that you're going to shift and you're going to go through this. But like I said, I think you're going to find yourself a lot more, like you're going to see, oh wow, you're capable of creating a lot. And by that, I mean, it almost feels like you're capable of creating the reality that you want, the life that you want. But there is going to be a bit of struggle. There is going to be like, you might have to like, I feel like you're shifting from something to something else. You're still dealing with the previous thing and you're still taking on the new thing. So it's like you're working with both things. But like I said, I actually like this energy because it feels like this is where it's opening up, coming through here. You're going to just open up. So 5 of Cups, this is your career. Yeah, so career slash education. So I feel like for a lot of you, 5 of Cups energy, since it's not going to be love, it's sort of me feeling like you're going to feel like there was some sort of regret. There's some sort of like spilled milk energy. So you might be regretting. You're like, why did I choose this career? Why did I go on this path when I really did? My heart wasn't really in it. I should have gone and then done, something else, or like what I really wanted to do. Or for others of you, it's just like you're just, this 5 of Cups energy almost feels like a 4 of Cups energy to me too as well. So it's sort of like you're like not satisfied with where you are, which makes a lot of sense that's why you're going to choose something else. For some of you, I feel like it could be an actual like starting a whole new career, a whole new like area of like expertise. It could be actually going to study. But for others of you, I'm almost feeling like there's a sense of traveling. Like maybe there is travel for you. You're going to be traveling. You're not satisfied where you are right now. And that's what I'm seeing here. Is that in like within the 5 years? I'm going to say that it is. It's like something about it. It's like you're dissatisfied with. You also feel like the 7 of Pentacles. You've been working at something and you just feel like there's no fruits. The fruits aren't coming and you're just like, what's going on? I keep wanting, like the fruits of my labor to come through. So maybe that's also why you shift, because this is like, but I do feel like this shift is going to require a lot of patience from you. Right? It's like that burden there it's still heavy. I do like that the Magician is kind of what I'm seeing as the conclusion of it. And I'm kind of almost feeling for me this, and I didn't know that that's how I would read this. I thought I would just be reading like the 5 years and how your life is going to be. But I feel like it's like I'm reading what's going to happen, like leading you to where you're going to be at in 5 years. So this is more the energy of where you're going to be at. All right, so let's go through with that. So yes, so there's a lot of patience needed in the process. with your career, with whatever it is that your studies, there's needing a lot of patience, but it's going to pay off. That's the Ace of Wands. There's like a new beginning, almost like we do see a butterfly. There's a transformation that's coming. For some of you, with this Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it's sort of like the Ace of Wands can sometimes be regeneration. Like it can be from like thinking that something is like, let's say like a tree that is like, you think it's not going to come to life, but all of a sudden there's a regeneration. There's a new branch coming, right? It's like it comes to life in a sense. And so I feel like for some of you, if you were feeling like, why did I not pick this career? Why did I not follow my heart? It's the Ace of Wands is giving you that chance. It's like, yes, now you're ready for it. Now you're really pumped up. And so this is like, you're going to do it. It's the beginning of it. So really beautiful energy. I'm just like, whew, I'm taken aback by how I just feel the excitement of it. So love it. Now, in terms of love, here we have the Empress. So the Empress I feel like for a lot of you, and I'm still going to be reading it, like this is your outcome and this is just how it is, leading up to it. Now, the Empress energy feels very much like you are in your essence of like, you're feeling very attractive. I don't know, divine feminine, like you are in that state in terms of love. So you're like, I feel like if you're not with somebody, you are now fully like ready to be with somebody. If you are married, it just feels like, yes, now you're really like, yes, I'm worthy. You feel this sense of worthiness. You feel a sense of like connecting to your divine feminine, and so you're in this power, right? And this is how it starts. It does very, and I feel like you go through it. It's still throughout this, you're going to still feel this, but the Three of Swords does happen. And when I was grabbing the Three of Swords, it was slippery. So I do feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. So there is a sense of the Three of Swords, so there is something that's gonna, I feel like, come about that will kind of hurt you. Yeah, I feel like your emotions, maybe something from the past. We're going to clarify that one, because I don't actually feel like we need to clarify all of these, but maybe we will. But in the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords is definitely, so something's going to hurt you. But I don't feel like it's going to, it might not even just be that it happens within the 5 years, but it's just still something that you're holding on to, because I feel like the Six of Wands means that you're victorious. I feel like you come through forward from your emotions, like you're ready, and like I said, and we do have the Four of Wands in there. So for some of you, maybe that it could be marriage, maybe it was like there's a challenge is what I'm seeing here. There's a challenge there where there might be like a broken heart in there within that time frame. I'm just seeing it what it is. I do want to see that. What is this Three of Swords doing here? What is this Three of Swords doing here? What is this Three of Swords doing here? Knight of Cups. So it might just be in terms of like declaring love, somebody declaring love. Yeah. So it might be like where you thought that, I don't know why for some of you, I feel like there's a sense of confusion, maybe a lack of communication, lack of expressing love. That's what I'm seeing here. So it may be that you are lacking expressing love, but I feel like maybe your other counterpart is like lacking expressing love. And maybe that just comes through with communications, but I almost feel like you understand, and that's something that's very important. That we part of something that we're learning in life is that, like, love it's not up to somebody else's. It's not somebody else's responsibility to make us happy, right? We have to do that all on our own, and so that's something I feel like you're going to take your power back, and you're going to be like, it's okay. I'm still good, regardless of this. I'm still good. So I do like that. I'm going to check this Five of Cups, but I really just, it feels like the other stuff, yeah. It's like, it just feels to me like there's just a sense of, well, maybe even mentors coming through here. Ooh, that one's a good one here. So Five of Cups, it feels like to me like you are actually like doing, for some of you, masking some desire. So I feel like you're masking something that your heart wants to do. I feel like you're just going to do something else, just like, because you have to pay the bills or something along those lines. Maybe for some of you, it's like you missed out on your calling on wanting to teach others, or maybe you missed out on a chance to get a mentor. But I feel like it's coming back again, so not to worry about that. And like I said, this is also feeling for me like you're actually reaching more I feel like a maturity here and like a victory where things clear up. What do I want to do? I want to do like a little bit of the I do want to see, sorry, I actually want to look at those. I'm like, so many choices. I have like all these different decks that I want to play with. So I am going to do this for the career. Like, tell me about the career for the collective of group. One, actually here, overall energy for within like for the next 5 years. I just want to see that energy, 5 years. Sanctuary, you're going to find yourself home. Okay, Sanctuary, you're going to find a sense of home coming through here. For career, so careful, it's even saying, yep, and what's in terms of love coming through here. Okay, look at that, and you're being watched over. And this is my Mystic Night Sight Spooky Halloween Oracle deck. It's on sale on Etsy. So, just overall energy, we have the Sanctuary, beautiful. I feel like you're beginning to come home to yourself. It's weird kind of thing. We do have risk here, and I feel like that's something that maybe you can see it happening. Whether you're not, it's okay. I always think everything always turns out right as it should, so never to worry. But be careful in terms of never like, especially for money or for like quick. I feel like a very important message that I hear is like, don't try to rush, don't try to cut corners, don't try to like no fast money making schemes or like being stardom. It's a risky business here, and it feels like this is like you're signing a deal with a not so good person here, right? Or not even person, spirit, not so good spirit there. This, I feel like for love, it's like you are being watched over. I feel like even regardless of whatever it is, the overall energy is that you're being watched over. That's the guardian energy here. Guardian, being watched over, taken care of, working out here. I really do feel that with the 6 of Wands and then kind of like almost clarifying that with the 4 of Wands. Yes, you have good energy in terms of love, trusting in yourself. I almost feel like, and also trusting in that things are going to be good and work out in that regard. I'm also like, let me use this other one. Sorry, I'm like using all my file decks. Do want to see overall energy for the group one, next 5 years. Illumination, look at that, I love that. Yes, okay, so you are shining that light. You might be feeling like a little bit of a hermit in the next 5 years, and especially when you reach that, but I feel like you are coming to the sense of where I really can't say it enough. It's like you're at home with yourself. It's like you're finally shining your light for yourself, and that's important. What about career? What is the career? We have preferences. Yep, now you're choosing. Now you're not just taking something because you have to, but rather because you choose to. And I feel like that's important. Not just because of money, but because of what your heart wants. Really listening to your heart and I'll be like, okay, I can do this. It takes patience though. Like even here, this is still like, this is still a process, and that's important for you. In terms of love, what's coming through, truth coming out, listening to your intuition, that's important coming through as well. So very, very, yep. And with that truth there being, it's sort of like maybe that three of swords. It's like maybe actually facing that pain that you've actually been holding on to, or maybe facing this thing that you're like, I might be something where a relationship ends, right? It's going to happen, but for some of you, maybe that relationship ends, but it's not. It's because maybe it's like it's painful, but maybe it's better to bring something new, like some new energy, or a new person. Okay. Let's see what I do want to see what your higher self is talking about. So higher self, this is Autumn's Delight by V Love and Tarot. This is the Divine Intelligence Oracle by Moonmoth Goddess, and I want to see what like overall energy in the next 5 years. Collective group one. Okay, we have all so we have painful lessons. So there is that overall energy. You're going through painful lessons, but you're going to grow from it. And then there's an attachment. I feel like the detachment comes from like, it's sort of from expectations. It's sort of like you're just like, okay. I feel like you have this idea of what you want your life to be. I feel like, and it doesn't really may not even be originating from your own heart or from your own inner calling, because I feel like you're kind of pushing that away, and you're like, no, I have to do this because this is what is expected. And I feel like it's a detachment from, hey, not from that expectation, which sometimes the only way we can actually see that process is by actually going through that. And by that I mean it's like, so you actually go and you fulfill all these, like, I need to do this and this and this, right? But it's, again, it's an external drive, not an internal one. And so you actually do fulfill all those external drives, and then you're saying, wow, this is it. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel, it's sort of like a hollow victory in a sense, because it wasn't really coming from you. And that's what I feel like that might be where you're at. And it's not a bad thing, because it's sort of like, in that process, you learned what you needed to do. In terms, look at that, in terms of career and education, it is a rebirth. And I really do want to say that, because it is, to me, a sense of this Ace of Wands. It is, to me, a regeneration. It isn't just that it's like you're following your passion and stuff, but it's actually, for me, it's like something from the past that you gave up on, and that now you're coming through, and you're like, no, now I'm really willing to put everything on the line for it. And it's sort of like a rebirth for you. And so the experience of the 5 years, whether, and it is painful lessons here, apparently saying that, it's regardless of that, it doesn't, like, those are all lessons that help you. It's a sort of like, don't try to avoid it, in a sense. I mean, if you want to, if you really, do what you want, but what I'm saying is that nothing is wasted. Look at this, detachment and attachment. So for some of you, maybe you are actually gathering yourself, being attached to somebody else. Maybe it is the discovery of, so attachment could be like, actually, marriage, commitment. But for others of you, I feel like it's attaching. I don't know why I want to say to attaching to me here is sort of like, with this purple is really calling me, and it's sort of like your higher self. It's attachment to your higher self in terms of love, not needing somebody to like fulfill you, not needing for somebody to make you happy, because you yourself are like, hey, I can fulfill myself. I can find happiness in myself. And I'm not saying for you to be single, but don't lay it on somebody else, but rather be in collaboration, in cooperation with somebody else, rather than having them as sort of like be a codependent versus just being like, love isn't not codependency. It's sort of, it's acknowledging this person's individuality and your own, and just kind of like, hey, we mesh well together, we have fun together, there's something there, but we're still individuals. I hope that makes sense. So it's sort of like, yes, because I feel like that's important. And for some of you, I want to say this is a strong message. For those of you who have been like, no, I'm going to be single, I'm going to be single, I'm going to be single, I don't need anybody. I feel like Spirit has other lessons, like has other plans for you. And I feel like even if you like, no, it's going to come through. So don't shoot the messenger. I love how this is like on the bottom of the deck of this one. I didn't even notice it. Actually just has rebirth. Yeah, I feel like that is the overall. I'm going to put this here as sort of like a rebirth for you. You're in the next 5 years, there's going to be a rebirth. It's like, oh, I don't know if that's what you want. I don't know. But, that's sort of what we're getting. Okay. So that's, I'm going to actually see. So what kind of like, I'm going to try to see how I can help. And that's for me, what I can do in terms of this. So I don't know if hopefully I remember to say that in the beginning of this, but this is a collaboration. And so I'm doing the what's in the next 5 years, like what 5 years from now. And then I'm doing a collaboration with Velvet Cat, where she's doing the how. So how to get what you want, actually, is what I would say. So check out her reading as well. So this is some advice cards that I'm going to have for you, Group 1. So how do we give Group 1 the best possible outcome? Yeah, for the next 5 years. We have these. So here we go. Ooh. Yeah, I always like I try not to shuffle and on camera because I always kind of drop everything all over the place. But that's okay. And then I have those two, and then I want one more here. We have Spirit, please help me. Actually, just look, what is, like, how can we help Spirit, collective or group one get this, like, the best outcome for the next 5 years for them? Okay, an awakening, look at that, I love that. Maybe patterns here. We're gonna go with those two cards. Okay, so I'm gonna read the advice that I have for you, and please do remember to check out Velvet Cats. Okay, so we'll do these two. Okay, so first we have 5th chakra, throat chakra, which is willpower and determination. And so here it is. I set clear boundaries for my own behavior, and I cultivate a strong will by being true to myself. And that's important because it's a truth is sort of like, I feel like right now and even within the 5 years, there's a sort of like the 7 of swords energy. You're masking something, your true nature here. So you need to be true here. So here we go. True to myself. I use my willpower to accomplish my daily tasks and spiritual goals to encourage uplifting thoughts and behaviors in myself. Doing this will assist me in the next stage of my physical, emotional, and mental spiritual growth. I stay in touch with my positive thoughts and truth by avoiding substance abuse. My will is strong and my mind is clear. So that's a very beautiful message. Let's see what this is, the awakening. So what are you becoming aware of? Are you awakening to your own life? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Awakening is the first and foremost a process. Your experience has been teaching you how your life choices directly affect your senses, physical, psychic, energetic. Coming into consciousness is waking up to the world around you in a way that you've never seen it before. Explore your curiosity, wonder, and sense of play. Let go of where you have been. Yes, because you are in a sense of awakening, a rebirth coming through here. Yeah, do you see this? Beautiful energy, beautiful energy. I'm actually going to read this next. And then we'll go with the other one. So patterns. Are you aware of your behavioral patterns? To understand the bigger picture in life, you need to perceive patterns. Each pattern that returns carries the same condition as the previous cycles. These returning patterns also contain an opportunity, a choice point. Yes, that's our 2 of, oh yes, that's beautiful right here. This is the choice. I'm getting so excited. Oh, where was I? Okay. A choice point that allows you to choose a new outcome. Creativity involves breaking out of established patterns in order to look at things in a different way. Create a new arrangement. Yes, that's what you're doing. That's what you're going to be doing. And you can even, I do feel like this is important because it's like saying that this is a process. And 3rd chakra, solar plexus, self-worth and self-esteem. I honor myself by doing things that please me, not only those that pleases others. So important. I feel like that's an overall energy here for you. I'm empowered as I release the need to live up to other people's unrealistic expectations of me. When I respect, approve of myself, others will naturally do the same. I teach others how to treat and respect me by how I treat and respect myself. I know I am worthy of love and respect. The boundaries I create with others acknowledge my self-worth. Yes. And now boundaries is not the same thing as walls. There's a difference, my friends. And I feel like for some of you, you're like, no, I don't want love. And I'm like, Spirit, again, like I said, there's something to be learned here. Okay, so I hope you like this reading, group 1. It was intense, but I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please do give it a thumbs. And please do subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And please go check out Velvet's Cats reading. I have all the information, just all the links are down below. So please go check her out. She's awesome. And I'm excited to be doing this collaboration. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, group 1. All right, since this is a live reading format, we are going on, my friends. So I'm just going to be pushing all this stuff so you don't actually, well, hopefully you won't have to see it all happen. All right. Okie dokie. I actually really like this. Let's move this so it doesn't take forever. Sorry. You're like, oh my goodness. Okay, life lessons, they're very important. I really love this entire message. Very beautiful. Hermit mode. Okay. So I feel like we're almost there. Here's this one. I forgot where I put this one. But it's over here until I find it. Okay. We're done with this one, so we're good. We're good. Okay. This I feel like this one's a different one. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out what is where it goes. Okay. Perfect. Free. Thank you so much for your patience. Oops, wrong one. Of course I did the wrong one. This way. Okay. Or one. There we go. There we go. This one goes here. Okay. That's group 1. So let's do group 2. Hello, group 2. Oh, yay. You're at the 30-30 mark. That's pretty cool. So you have good synchronicities. You chose this one. And we're actually first of all, we're going to do the overall energy. So that is exciting. I'm like, yes, overall energy. So we're going to see what the overall energy, and just before I forget, this is a collaboration with Velvet Cat. So please go check out her video and say hi from my, hi from me to her and from you to her. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm confusing everybody. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what is the overall energy for the next 5 years for the collective, like 5 years from now for the collective of group 2. Energy. Cups are very interesting. Energy for the collective group. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. Now this is an interesting thing because you have no major arcanas. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Wands, which is not that's just a good energy here to have. Before I go into this though, I'm gonna set up because I want to actually set up all the tarot. So here we're gonna put the career, education. Here we're gonna put love. Those are always usually I get the most interest in that. So what's happening to the collective? What's happening to the collective of group 2, 5 years from now in terms of career and education? Well, page 1, I see. Oh, actually, it's not the Fool, it's Judgment. 3 of Cups. Okay. What is happening with the collective of group 2 in terms of love? Oh, wow. Nice. Interesting. Okay. This one's done. Let's put this one away. Okay. So, sorry. I'm like, okay. Yep. All right, and you have 2 pages energy, right? You have 2-page energy here, but your overall energy here is you are the King of Cups. So sort of like you're aware of your emotions. I'm like, yes, you're aware of your emotions. No, you have a level of emotional maturity in a sense. I do feel like, okay, I'm gonna say this for some of you, which you may or may not like. Okay, so not for everybody of you, but this is just it's a message that's coming through, so I'm gonna say it here. Now, for some of you, there is this King of Cups is not your energy, but the energy of somebody who you are with. This is feeling like very similar, something coming now or within. And so there's sort of like I feel like the 5 of Cups, I feel like there's some sort of like an ending to this connection with this particular person. But I do not, fear not, my friends, because this 9 of Pentacles is there, which is a sense of very, very like you're just really happy with where you are, possibly being single, well off. I feel like maybe if you are hearing like somebody else maybe coming into the picture. This is like for me, for you, for what I've been reading as like, this is the energy that's leading up to this 5-year mark, and this is the 5-year mark here a little bit. Now, I'm going to say that for others of you, here is another, sorry, because I feel like there's so many different energies. I guess a lot of people like this one. So the King of Cups energy comes here for me in terms of, might be for some of your career, in terms of like me possibly like being a writer, artist, some sort of a creative, I wouldn't say entrepreneur, but that might be a side business, but that's really what you feel is your calling. You just may be working on doing something else just because. I feel like there's a point in time where you feel like, oh, this has failed. This is like, you're going to want to give up on this, whatever this creative calling is. Like really artistic in some sort of way. You're going to want to give up. You're going to be like, oh my goodness, I did this wrong. But there is going to be some sort of offer that's being like, there's something good about it. And this is a message that comes very clearly. Don't give up, my friends, because this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is what's going to lead you to it. Whatever it is, this creative endeavor will lead you to having the abundance that you've been desiring. It almost feels like you will actually, be very fulfilled in this regard. And so don't give up. It may feel like you're like, I failed in some way. At some point in that next 5 years, you're going to feel like I failed. Do not think that is true, because that is not true at all. It just may be you're not noticing the opportunities. Oh, I love those words. Yeah, the opportunities that are being presented to you because you're focusing too much on this 3 cups of like spilled milk there. Okay? That's an important message. So I wanted to, that's very much a good thing. So that's like a lot of just with those 3 words. I was like, oh, okay. So what was I going to say? So yes, career, judgment. Now I'm going to say this is actually very interesting because we have the judgment card, and the judgment card is sort of like something that comes around again. It's sort of like, are you ready to go to the next level, or are we going back? So it's sort of like a calling. I almost feel like, oh, and this could be, some of you may be musicians, because that is also very artistic as well. And then you have the Page of Wands. And so this is how you're feeling. You're feeling like like this judgment, like, yes, I almost feel like you're ready for this new level. And there is that, but I feel like you're also going to need to start over a little bit. And because of the Page of Wands here, the Page of Wands is like kind of maybe even learning a little bit of your craft again, maybe learning how to like I don't know, like there's an aspect that needs to be learning. Like you may have like, okay, let's say you're an artist, right? So you have this art down, but maybe you need to learn how to create that art and then be able to sell it to others. And so there's like, maybe this could be the Page of Wands, the social media, that aspect of things. It feels like there's almost like you need to be learning something else. With the 3 of Cups there, I just feels like, whew, for some of you, and I do like this energy a lot, because it's sort of like you will come together with a group of people who will help you. Like you like, if you're a writer, you're gonna like have a writing group. If you're an artist of some kind, you're gonna have like a group of there's gonna be like friends and supporters that are gonna help you almost like guide you through this. But it's sort of like this learning. So maybe for some of you, going back to school and learning something. The Page energy for me is like that learning aspect here. Yeah, it just feels like there's a sense of kind of almost like, yes, you've learned something, because the judgment, I don't see the world. And so I feel like you're going to need to go from the judgment to almost like learning something completely another aspect of what you're trying to get. And then in the process, which I do love that, in the process, you're going to actually get this 3 of Cups. So you're going to almost feel like you're going to find your tribe of people. You're going to find that community where you actually are like, and I love that there are 3 cups holding up full success. Because once you connect with them, they'll help you achieve that success. In terms of love here, it's an interesting energy, because it's sort of like somebody might express love. We have the Page of Swords, or it's like an expression of, it could be a truth that needs to be expressed, something like emotions, a truth that kind of needs to come out here. And with the Lovers here, it could be a choice for some of you, or it may be that you're connecting to the one that you are meant to be, your soulmate with, right? Or maybe for some of you, the 7 of Swords is where I'm actually quite intrigued by, because that for me is like where you're going to be up. There's going to be, so it's going to be, feels like somebody, whether it's you or them, is hiding something from the other. There's some sort of aspect of being hidden here. So I don't really know why that is. So what do we do when we don't know what that is? We clarify. I do want to clarify this Page of Wands. Why is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? What is this Page of Wands doing here? Seven of Cups, choices. Okay, so again, maybe you are like, you're still unsure, so you're going to need to learn different things until you make that decision, or you feel the most confident in. So I really do feel like there's a sense of learning coming through here. What is this? Still want to see what is this Page of Wands doing here? What's this Page of Wands doing here? To offend. Sort of like, yeah, it's sort of like you, apparently this is going to help you, like you're not really sure where to go. So you're going to need to make a decision in terms of like, yes, there's a choice. But there again, it's sort of like for me, the Two of Pentacles is like making peace with having that decision. So sometimes we're like, oh my goodness, we're going to make the wrong choice. And it's like, nope, it's okay. Like I having trusting it that you will be choosing the one, as long as you choose what it is that you're. I almost feel like with the wand energy, it's almost like your gut and your heart are telling you, right? That's what I feel like, that you'll find this balance. And I also feel like you're gonna start making money as well with it. You're gonna start to see the fruits of your labors coming through. So why is this Page of Swords there? Because this Page of Swords is like, why is this coming out? Sort of like you may confess to somebody, or somebody may confess to you. Ace of Pentacles, so an offer is being made, yeah. So an offer is being made. It may be like a new beginning relationship or some sort of thing coming through here. Okay, for some of you, there's like an offer that's being made. For others of you, it's sort of like a breakup here, a truth that needs to come out, and there's like a breakup here. And we did see that this might be leading to a breakup, and so please don't shoot the messenger. I'm so sorry, but I do see the lover. So there is like, you are connecting to the person you're meant to be with in some way, or maybe even to yourself. But I feel like it's somebody else coming in, or it might just be that if this offer you accept it, there's a, for me, that's a soulmate coming through into your life. If you're married, maybe the bond gets stronger, but I'm not sure about that one. So for me, it's always like, if you're married and the lovers appears, it's sort of like, it does to me seem like you have reached a new level. And how do you get that? Maybe speaking the truth is really what I'm seeing here, because the Page of Wands is always like truthful about it. But the Seven of Swords is what I'm intrigued the most here. So why is this Seven of Swords doing here? What's the Seven of Swords doing here? What is the Seven of Swords doing here? What is the Seven of Swords doing here? Three of Wands. Anticipation about something, longing for something, or somebody else is longing. Maybe planning for the future. What is Page of Cups? Some sort of expression here again. Look at that. So some sort of like love coming through here, but it's sort of like maybe planning for the future, maybe planning for kids. Maybe for some of you are trying to hide that from somebody else. Sort of like there's some masking. Maybe you've desiring kids and you're just not sure how to do it. There's also like a sense of like, maybe you want to go somewhere else. It's sort of like, I feel like your shift, there's a shift here. And it's sort of like you have to sort of express, like there's a need for expressing. Maybe you don't like to express yourself as much, or your desires, but it's a desire you need to hear. Emotions, love needs to be expressed with that Page of Cups. And lots of pages, so lots of beginnings, lots of like new energy coming through. Learning process for you. We're learning in the next 5 years. Let's actually go ahead and see what the overall energy for the collective of group 1 and group 2 for the next, within the next 5 years. Opportunities. Yeah, opportunities are coming. Will you grab onto them? You're still holding on, but you're still holding on to the past. And this is actually I guess this is a very good representation in terms of like opportunities. You have the Two of Cups, you even have the Lovers, you have the two, and this might be that you're longing for somebody from the past, but there's somebody here now, but you're hiding still the connection from somebody else. But opportunities are being presented, but the past keeps trying to call you in, and you keep on trying to like be brought in, and you're like, no. What is the overall energy of we're taking steps. You're going up. You're progressing in terms of your career and your studies. So even if it feels like you're not, you are. What is the overall love energy risk? So be careful in terms of like, if you're committed to somebody and you're like, I'm not sure about this, be careful. It's not, you know, like, making those decisions are, I would say, being careful is highly important. So yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, don't, like, because you hurt not only you, but you'll hurt the other person, you'll hurt everybody involved. And so I'm always like, in this case, it's always better to always express yourself, always be honest, and maybe that's something that we need to go think about. So what's the overall? Unless this is my Mystic Night Sight Spooky or Halloween Oracle. It's on Etsy if you want it. And this is Autumn's Delight by V Love and Tarot. So tell me more about this. What is this coming through here? Yeah, you're at a crossroads. Crossroads. I do feel that there's a crossroad energy in this Two of Pentacles, and it's sort of a crossroad energy here, maybe with the Lovers as well. Caution. Yeah, I don't like, that was actually what it is. I really, with this, in terms of like love and relationship, you know, like, everybody has whatever you do, but what I wanted to say is that there is being clear about your intention, being clear about the situation, being clear, like speaking the truth is so important in your emotions there. Yeah, I think that's so important. I don't know why, because it's sort of like the Seven of Swords, not sneaking around. Not a good thing. And I don't feel like if it's not you, if it's somebody, because imagine, put that shoe, like walk a mile in somebody else's thing, and then it would feel sucky, right? And so that's something there. Okay, so let's see about your career. Scattered. Okay, so yeah, you have this it's scattered energy, and that's okay, because that's the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups energy again. You are, even if it feels like you're scattering yourself, you're not, well, you can still be there. You just have to make a decision. It's sort of like you're at a crossroad. I feel like you're at a crossroads. Okay, so overall energy here is this crossroads. You have the opportunity, you have new opportunities coming, but you're also being stuck in the past. Crossroads. Do we move forward, or do we kind of just still stay holding on to the past? Do we take the steps to go up, or do we avoid that? Do we go off and do something risky, or do we not? I don't know. It's up to you. That's a beautiful thing about this. Let's actually see what your divine intelligence tells us about stuff. This is Divine Intelligence Oracle by Moonlight Goddess. So here we go. Let's see. What's the overall energy for the collective of group 2 for the next 5 years? Awaken creativity. Oh yes. Oh, I like this. Yes. Awaken. I almost feel like. And so here it is. It's the Judgment card, but it's also like this Page of Wands energy. Maybe for some of you, you're like, I'm about to graduate and go something, but something else calls your fancy. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. And then what do I want to say? Okay, I actually do want another card. So give me another card of the overall energy for the collective of. And then inner flow and cycle. So you are going. Some of you feel like there is a bit of a karmic cycle coming through. You could get out of it if you want. It's okay. I really don't want to say that like, oh my goodness, one way or another. I do actually want another card, because I just realized the crossroads is a very important one. But tell me more about this. So we actually have like, it almost sounds harmless. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to make a decision. I want to say that. Take you have this. I feel like you have this awakened creativity, awaken to your higher self coming through here. What is that's the overall sums. And just realizing that there is patterns in life. What else is okay? What I want to say, root chakra. So this might be something that's important to root chakra. So if you're feeling scarcity, if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, that's something that you need to work on. You need to feel that sense of safety. And so I feel like maybe that's why you're scattered. You're not sure, because you're like, oh my goodness, if I go this way, will I actually make money? And I feel like when you will, and I do feel like that's the Two of Pentacles, you're going to start to see it. And we actually even see it here. Remember that big message I was telling you really listen to your heart. Don't give up on it. You're gonna get that 9 of Pentacles. That was the message that I was hearing a lot. Very strong for you. What is in terms of love? What is this higher self? Tell me about your higher life. Implement change. Okay. So maybe for some of you, it's changing partners. Maybe it's changing the way that you hide things. You don't express. You try to like maybe when you have love lessons as well. Okay, so it's sort of like I do feel like it's like you try to like you go off strong. I almost feel like that's what I'm saying. You go off strong, but then you sort of start kind of keeping things to yourself. After a while, you're like, as things get a little bit things. So I think you need to like be honest with yourself and be honest with others. If that, and I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. It's sort of, you're like, I don't want to cause, it's basically this, you don't want to cause any waves. You want to just be, you know, you want to make things. Sometimes the truth is that like a relationship doesn't work anymore, right? Or sometimes something isn't quite, you just need to express it. Whatever it is, you have, like, there's a truth, and expressing emotions is so important. Because we bottle them up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oof, and it just feels like that might lead you to a path that I don't think you really want to go down. What advice do we have for so that the collective or group 2 gets the best possible outcome in the next 5 years? We have imagination. Okay, give me one more. And mindfulness. Okay, very beautiful. And those are all 6th chakra, 3rd eye. So very strong here. And then I also want to advice for the collective of group. Wise. Oh, I like that one a lot. Wise and nurture. Okay, so we have those 2. Let's actually, I like this. We're gonna start with the wise first. Okay, so wise. How does your intuition and spirit speak to you? The wisdom your heart share has to do with having the power of discerning what is true and correct for you. What experiences do you choose to learn and grow from? Is there a decision you need to make right now? Yep, you're at a crossroads. Open your intuition capabilities to see and choose wisely. Yep, apparently there's a big choice for you up ahead. You might, and I almost feel like you already are here now, and then you're sort of like, maybe you're pushing it off, and in 5 years it's going to come right back. There's going to be a new choice you need to make, because something, your spirit is calling you towards something. 6th chakra, 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra, imagination. I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all of these levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful. Truthful is so important. My thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In the quietness of meditation, I see and I hear the truth, right? Yes. We'll do this one, and then we'll do the nurture. 6th chakra, 3rd eye, 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra, mindfulness. I'm aware of my thoughts, and I ask myself, are they uplifting or are they true? I do this because I know that my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotional, and physical health, because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. I'm not in control of all the situations that come my way, nor am I in control of what others do or say. However, I do have free will as to how I respond and what choices I make. I choose to respond to situations from an enlightened position rather than just reacting. Oof. Wow, that's a big one. And then we have nurture. Where and what is your nurturing environment for you? Picture yourself as a small seedling plant. What is the kind of environment that will encourage you to flourish? You will need sunlight, rain, soil with the correct balance of minerals, nutrients, and support of all the elements in the natural world around you. Our entire environment can have a huge effect on how nurtured we feel. Take a look around. And this is like how nurtured you feel. Like, where are you in your life then? I feel like, are you happy? Are you like, where is it? And I feel like taking care of yourself and planting your own seeds here is important. So it's a lot of like, I didn't know it was going to be so intense doing this reading, but I'm glad I did. And there's a lot of intensity here, but you have the potential. I feel the overall energy for me, for you, I would have to say is being honest with yourself in all aspects. And I feel like if you've been pushing off something and you're just going to say, oh, we'll just forget about it, it's going to come right back. We need to, like, there's something, sometimes we just have to face things. And that's, I feel like that's an important thing. But overall energy, don't feel bad. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't think that you made the wrong choice. There's opportunities that are being presented to you, but you keep on living in the past. You keep on, and it kind of, you're not moving forward because of it. And what I want to say is that you do have, this was on the bottom of your deck, and that's a victory. And you do have this overall energy. You have the 9 of Pentacles, which is the sense of like independence, confidence. You are good. If money will be here, if that's what you're looking for, if you're doubting yourself, it's like however you're doubting yourself, it's coming through here. You are going to be okay. And that's an important message for you to hear, but you have to be honest. And that's also there. Because I keep seeing like, I feel like you're just going and you're going to continue cycles here. So yeah. All right, so enough of that. Thank you so much for being here, and please go check out Velvet Cat's reading. You know, this is like important. Like they combine together, they're like a whole big reading. So this is a big thing. You'll have all the links down below. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I feel completely honored, and I'm sorry that it's in the live format, but that's the only way I can do it nowadays. So thank you so much for your patience, and thank you so much for just being here and sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye bye my dear friends. All right, we're gonna go on to group 3. Group 3, we're coming. Oh, this was so cool. I actually am enjoying this quite a lot. Boom, bum, bum. I'm coming. Okay, I'm seeing this. Okay, so this is all cool. All right, let's do group 3. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. This one. Okay. This one follows this. Okay. Clarifiers. Okay. There we go. Sorry that this is taking some time. I don't think so. All right. Goes here. Here goes here. And this goes here. Okay. Perfect. All right. Hello, my friends from group 3. It's the 57. We 57.7. Yeah, let's do it that way. All right. Hello from group 3. We have this beautiful clock for you. I like that you chose that. So this is going to be an interesting reading. It is a collaboration, so please do check out Velvet Cat's reading. It's all in the description down below for you. So please check it out. Say hi to her for me and just say, hey, come from Mystic Star Magic. All right, let's see. Let's see what your overall energy is. This has been an interesting reading. Believe you me, I have been enjoying it, but it's been very interesting. So what is the overall? We're 5 years from now for the collective of group. Wow. Look at that. Start off strong, my friends. Group 3. What is the overall energy for the collective of group 3? Page of Cups. Wow. Lots of emotion also coming through. Magician energy. Very beautiful. Okay. All right, so that's the overall energy for you. Let's actually see. Bottom of the deck though is the 8 of Cups. So we're walking away from something. And after that is the 5 of Pentacles. So you're maybe walking away from something where you are not feeling abundance, where you're feeling scarcity. Let's go ahead and see. So we're gonna have career / education. We're gonna have love over here. And we're going to just play with it. Okay, what's the overall career? Coming through, overall energy. Career. Okay. King of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay. That's the overall energy for love. That's an ending. Love. Okay. Three of Wands and Strength. Okay, these are actually quite interesting cards. I'm gonna probably need to clarify them. Okay. This energy comes off right off, like your overall energy for the 5 years that are coming through is the Two of Cups. So it could be a decision. It could be that you are connecting in terms of love. It could be that you're finally connecting with your divine feminine, divine masculine. I almost feel like there's a sense of, with the Page of Cups, emotions expressing. For some of you, I feel like maybe starting to dabble. Okay. I like how they're so different. There's so many different energies here. All right. For some of you, this actually means that yes, you do have the love. It does come here. It's actually expressed. So I feel like for some of you, maybe that love, I almost feel like for some of you, it's in the past, and then it's finally being expressed, right? Then you have the Magician. You are starting something with this love. I feel like with the Magician, like starting to manifest the things that you've actually been desiring in terms of love. For others of you, and this is almost like for a career, maybe it's finally coming together with, I feel like, maybe two different elements in terms of what you want to do. Maybe you have two different career ideas that you have, but you're going to somehow blend them together. It is going to be, it's sort of like you're going to be with the Page of Cups. It's sort of like a beginning of that creativity, but it's very strong. It's sort of like you're finally starting to express that and kind of blending it together. I do feel like you're here. It feels a bit awkward in the beginning, but as you go through it, by the 5-year mark, the Magician energy is here, and you've actually, look at this. Not only have you mastered these two different elements here in terms of what you want for your career, but you have a whole bunch of new, because you have the fire, we have the wind, we have the water, we have the earth here being represented. It's sort of like you have a whole bunch of new elements that you're being good with. So very, very beautiful. Very strong energy. Yes, group 1 also has the Magician, but it's a different format coming through here. So in terms of career, I do feel like this energy feels very much similar to this. The Moon energy is sort of like a sense of confusion. It's actually confusion, not knowing if you're doing the right thing, not knowing if, hey, is this the right thing for you? Yes, it is, my friends. The King of Wands is that you are, for some of you, becoming an entrepreneur. And that makes a lot of sense because you're combining different elements, right, to come together. And it's going to you're not going to just kind of, could be that you are in a leadership role, but for me, it just feels like very much an entrepreneurial energy. The Knight of Swords is an interesting because it's sort of like a little bit like going back. So you have this, you're starting to, but I feel like maybe for some of you, you got too comfortable with the not enough action. So here is with the Knight of Swords. It's sort of like, I feel like if you see an opportunity, you have to kind of go after it. Sort of the energy that I'm feeling here for you. For those of you here whose love we have, so love energy here, death. So an ending in a relationship as a possibility. And that's, yeah, it just feels like that. For some of you, it could be the ending of being alone all the time. The Three of Wands is like you're planning for the future, you're longing for it. But it could be for me, for this separation, is that you are longing for this connection. With the Strength card, I feel like it's sort of like you do overpower it. You do win at the end. It's sort of like that. You come back a little bit stronger, and I feel like might be this other person, and now you have this, like, yes, the grace, they're connected here, and that actually kind of fits this a little bit too, because I feel like for some of you, I did feel this as in, like, not necessarily within the 5 years. This is like in the past area, meeting somebody but not getting that expressing of love, not getting that love actually acknowledged. Like, like this person might, and it feels like, yeah, you have this connection, but it wasn't acknowledged. Maybe it wasn't ending. It was like, yep, this person might have been freaked out by this connection. And you had this longing, but it might not just be your longing. It might be somebody, like the other person's longing. And then it is an eventual like communicating that emotions. Yes, for like, yes, I felt this. I actually, yes, it wasn't in your head. It was a true thing. With the Strength card, also with the Magician here, it's sort of like, yes, you coming into your power, but I feel like you are, your longing for is going to pay off. But I'm going to, you know, how I like to do, I do like to clarify things. I do want to clarify this Knight of Swords energy. What is this Knight of Swords doing here? Okay. So it is. I do feel like that is, and what I'm seeing here is that the Four of Cups energy. So for some of you, yes, I just feel like this King of Wands feels very comfortable. It's like there's needs to be taking some action. And like I said, this is an opportunity that is coming. You have to take action for it. Because, right, taking action will lead to more abundance coming through here. The Six of Pentacles, there is a sense of needing to balance. I feel like being just like in this, I'm in the creative mode, but not really creating. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, I'm a writer, quote unquote. I mean, I am a writer. I love to write, but I haven't written stuff like I should. And so this is a balance of like, yes, you have this idea of like, yes, all these creative things, but you have to actually put practicality. You can think about it all. I have a whole bunch of different ideas, but have I written? No. It has to be something that we have to do. We have to write. We have to, whatever it is that you are here, whatever it is that you've decided as your entrepreneur, you have to do the actual work. There's a balance of like, yes, the creative thoughts of the brainstorming, but then there's the brainstorming, but then there's the actual taking action. I feel that that's the balance here. And you have, I feel like the Four of Cups is just a gentle reminder that there is opportunities, but you have to take, you know, you have to leap at them. You can't just be like, oh, you know. And I feel like that because this King of Wands, although it feels very lazy right there. And sometimes, oh, sorry. And for some of you, I feel like this is the moon coming out. It's because we're afraid of actually like facing or the fear of failure for some of us. So we fail ahead of time. And how do we fail ahead of time? By not doing it, right? That's how we kind of prevent stuff. I do want to see what this Death card is doing here. What is this Death card doing here? What is this Death card doing here? And so please do check out Velvet Cat's other part of this because it's a collaboration. So check out her reading. Seven of Swords. So for some of you, masking emotions could be an ending, like walking away. So it could be like somebody cheated on you. It could just be that somebody, again, might not have expressed the actual emotions and might have just ghosted you. It's hard to say. It's sort of what could happen. And that's okay. It just kind of sucks a little bit because I feel like somebody's masking something. Whether it's you or them, it could be you, but I feel it's more like the other person. What is this Three of Wands doing here? What is this Three of Wands doing here? The High Priestess and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So High Priestess, intuition kind of almost feels like, for some of you, I do feel like that's a strong longing here. But it's almost like a sense of connecting intuitively. So for me, it's like belonging. It is for me. I don't know why. It's just like longing for change, maybe thinking about the future here. But the Queen of Wands in reverse, it feels like it's almost like you're, and I don't necessarily like that wand in reverse because she wants to be upright, and that's her power. And so I feel like you're not giving enough attention to who your true power in this longing for something. If you haven't been in a connection, but you've been wanting one, it feels like you're like, or you're in, it feels like, since this is the Death, there is something, you're connected to somebody, or like in the past, I'm still connected to them. There's still bonds that are tying you, but you've kind of given away your power here. And that's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very attractive, very sexy, very beautiful, very smart, very like everything. And so, and I love that you have the counterpart here. So I feel like you're both very much masculine and feminine are balanced, and I love that. But the Queen of Wands is coming in reverse because you're not acknowledging all the like the beauty that you have. It's sort of like if you're waiting for somebody, it's like you're kind of missing out on all the fun, amazing things you could do now. So really, I feel like living it up, you know, like maybe get a glow up. That's an important thing. Like waiting for something. I'm like not waiting for it, but actually doing something. I feel like that's sort of the energy I hear. Like there needs to be some action that needs to be taken. And with this Queen of Wands energy, I also feel like yeah, like sort of like being flirty, having fun where you are at. Don't just wait for somebody or wait for love. Go out there a little bit, you know, have fun with it. Go have fun on dates, have fun, like, you know, try new things. I don't know, it's just like I feel like that passion inside you sort of like was reversed, and I don't think that's for you. So I'm reversing, like I'm putting it up, right? And I'm telling you that's how it is. What is the Strength card doing here? The Queen of Cups, yeah. Okay, man, Queen of Cups, emotions. I feel like a fulfillment of love. I do feel like it is, you know, you're finally getting that thing. But even if, let's say, this connection doesn't come to terms, like you I feel like it does, but even if it doesn't, you are good. You have like a sense of emotional maturity here. We have from the Page you go to the Queen, and that's sort of like, yes, you understand your power. You understand that, hey, if this person doesn't want to be with you, that's all right. You have some, but you have you, and you're going to be able to like attract somebody who is meant to be with you. And that's sort of what I feel like that's coming through here. All right, let's go on. What else? Overall energy. Fleur is funny. Steps wanted to come out for a group 2, but it was a different category. So you have the steps. You're taking the steps and you're getting messages. All right, so steps. You are going up. You are progressing. Whether you know it or not, you are. But listening to the messages, you have this. So I do feel like, oh yeah, that's definitely something that's important. You are very highly intuitive. You have the Queen of Cups, and you also have the High Priestess. So listening to your intuition, my friends. And Spirit's sending you plenty of messages, so please listen to them, my friends. What is this overall energy for the career for within 5 years? Okay. Sort of funny. So Guardian is gonna, so I feel like and the Divine Masculine here, and that's important to me for as well. So the Guardian energy here is sort of like that you're being looked after, like you're on the right path. You are, and you don't, like, I just feel like the Divine Masculine is a reminder that you do have to take action. You're being watched over. You're like, opportunities are being sent your way, but you have to actually take the initiative. You have to like take the action. It's not just enough, you know, to daydream about it. You have to actually do it. And this is hilarious because twin flames wanted to come out for love. So maybe some of you are in a twin flame relationship. For others of you, it feels like that. And so it might be like, it just, for whenever I think about twin flames, it's sort of like, it's sort of like an intense connection. That's what I kind of feel like. So this might be an intense connection because it does feel like there's a lot of aspects, but that doesn't mean that, even if it is, that doesn't mean that you have to give yourself away, because that Queen of Wands is there for you. The Queen of Cups is there as well. It's sort of like you have a lot more power, and then the prophecy is 100%. You have that. You are 100. If you don't know this already, this might actually, maybe like this connection might help you understand that you have like psychic abilities. 100%. It might just help you awaken to that. And look at that. Yes, glow, my friend. You gotta glow. Whether you're with somebody or not, the glowing still has to happen. Seriously. You're beautiful, like seriously, and like attractive and sexy, and you have all these like beautiful, like compassionate, and all these beautiful qualities about you. But if you're just waiting for somebody, that's not what we need to do. We need to move forward. You gotta glow. If they come back, they come back. If it's meant to be, it won't be. That's how 100% how I feel about things. What's the collective of group 3s overall? Energy, patience. Okay, having patience, building the creativity, taking the steps. You got to move one step at a time. But yeah, having patience. I feel like that's overall, because it takes time for the spider to actually make that web, big time. And the web, like she doesn't know or that whether or not there's going to be a bug that's going to come in, there's going to be lunch or not. But still, the creativity is there. So that's something that you have to do. Move forward. Again, it's propelling. You need to take action. This is just like what it keeps coming. You got to take action. You got to take action. That's the the Knight of Swords, intrusion. So for some of you, somebody else is coming through here. So if there's some trouble in the connection, there might be somebody else who's coming in here. An adventure. Look at this. I love this. Oof. And then there's obsession. So don't get obsessed with the love aspect. Don't get obsessed with the person. Go on adventures. You are meant to like fly. You're meant to go on there. And intrusion, I feel like maybe somebody interfered with this connection, and that's okay. We gotta not here. You're gonna, if they're meant to be there, if you're meant to be, it will be. Right? That's how I feel about this. I know. I hear you. I understand. I really do. Okay, let's look at what your highest up. This is Autumn's Delight by V Love and Tarot, and this is my spooky night sight, Oracle Tarot Halloween Oracle. You can find it on Etsy. You can find this on V Love and Tarot's Etsy, and you can find this on Moon Moth Goddess Etsy. And so this is the Divine Intelligence Oracle. So we're going to see what their entire intelligence is telling us for the next 5 years. Love lessons. So we're learning love lessons. Yep, we're learning about love. How do we love ourselves? How do we love others? All of that is important, and you can actually see, because it's actually like love is a very big theme in your reading. And it's not just like love of the romantic stuff. I actually want to say transcend karma. So there is maybe that's that intrusion that's coming. Karma might be breaking through here. But I feel like it's not just a romantic kind, but it could be like listening to your own like love lessons in terms of like, do I go and do what I love, or do I just, you know, fail ahead of time in terms of what you want to do? And so transcending the karma, you are bigger than this. Right? I feel you. I like this. This energy is very much like very beautiful energy. All right, let's see in terms of career. What's they're saying? Intuition blocked. How do we, we know why your intuition is blocked here. Because, you have like this fear cycle here coming through here. I do feel like your intuition is blocked. In terms of like, you're not sure, because I feel like really for me, it's like the sense of you're blocking yourself. Do I want to do inner flow cycles? I'm going to put this here because I sort of just wanted to go, but this inner flow and cycles, there is cycles to this connection, and I want to get sorry, let me see what this one, implement change. So sort of like this is a lot similar to group 2, but it's coming different at the same time. Inner common balance. And so this is how it is. Be inner common balance regardless of what's happening here. There, for me, it feels like this is a karmic, like there's karma in this relation. There's possibly 100% twin flame is quite strong here. So if you have it, it's complicated, but inner common balance, try to find that. Don't stay stuck in waiting for this connection. If it's a twin flame, if it's meant to be, it will be. You can still have fun. You can still go out there and you can still glow, right? You can still be all those things. Don't become obsessed, my friends. And implement the change. What is the change here? What is the change, you say? It is actually taking the action that you need to take. Not just, I have all these awesome ideas, but you have to take action. That's what I'm saying. It's propelling you forward. And also, like, if you're like, like daydreaming and stuff, you gotta take that daydream and make it a reality. Okay, so let's see what I want to get, like, what help, what advice I can give to the collective of group 3 to help them have the best possible life ever. And that's for the next 5 years. So this one I'm gonna do. All right, and then I'm gonna do 2. All right, let's see. And that's the chakra wisdom cards, and this is the language of the heart alchemy. There we go. Let's see what wisdom, what kind of advice can we give the collective group? Where am I? Oh, yes, I actually did think that you had patterns coming to yourself. Actually, I didn't want to do that for all of them, but I feel like love yourself. So I'm going to say love yourself. We're going to start with love yourself, and we're going to go that way. Okay, so love yourself. What one thing can you do today to love yourself more? You need the cooperation of your body, mind, heart, and spirit to open up to all the possibilities of feeling fully loved and supported. Recover or discover something that nourishes you. Care enough about your own joy to make room for it in your life. Allow yourself to be loved and supported by the entire universe. And I feel that's an important thing, because I feel like this longing that I'm in, that upside down reversed Queen of Wands is, to me, you're not. No, this is important, very important. So be on the lookout for that in terms, especially of love. So Crown Chakra, one with all. I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this, and I know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source, and that we are all journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have choices as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Yeah, it sort of explains itself, so I'm gonna let you go with that. Sorry, I feel like you'll pick out the right phrase from that, so I'm gonna leave that there. What is your story? If you were to tell the story of your heart, would it be exciting, loving, curious, brave, joyful, angry, fearful, peaceful, sad, wise? Would it entertain or take one into feelings of emotional resonance with the characters to help people think about deeper issues, a theme, a message, or a mission to complete? How is your story unfolding? You are the author, and you create it however you choose it to be. And this is the magician energy that you're getting, that I feel like you're gonna definitely achieve by year 5. Like 5 years from now, you're going to start to see this. You're going to start to see, hey, I don't have to be like, you're not a supporting character. You are a main character. And that's an important message here. You are the main character of your story. You are the main character of your life, right? So what does that mean? You know, like you get to choose how you live your life. Like, you know, love yourself, go forward. Okay, let's see. Second chakra, well-being. I honor, respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. I provide myself with the best food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. I only consume foods and liquids that are designed by nature to be in my body. I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise. I make time to rest. The stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So for some of you, maybe that's something you need to hear. And you could start now. You don't have to wait 5 years from that to start whatever it is that makes your body feel good. And then we have patterns. So are you aware of your behavioral patterns? To understand the bigger picture in life, you need to perceive patterns. Each pattern that returns carries the same conditions as the previous cycles. These returning patterns also contain an opportunity, a choice point, and that's a beautiful one. It allows you to choose a new outcome. Creativity involves breaking out of established patterns in order to look at things in a different way, create a new arrangement. And transcend, and that's for me, this is the transcending the karma and taking the steps. You're moving, right? This is beautiful. Yeah, you're moving. You gotta but you have to. Yes, there is a patience for yourself, but there's a sense of needing to transcend, needing to go higher than your just repetitive cycles. Oh boy, well, this is a big reading. I hope you like this reading. Please go check out Velvet Cat's reading. Since collaboration, go check out hers, and just say hi. Say, hey, I'm coming from Mystic Star Magic's channel. And just thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. Things are good, my friend. I think you're going to really realize how beautifully powerful and amazing you are. I feel like a lot of love lessons are going to come through the next 5 years, but you're going to be, I almost feel like you're going to be in your power here. You're going to understand a lot of emotional maturity is going to come, and you're going to be good. Just, don't, you're going to see it. You're going to be good. So with that, I'm sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends.